Hello and welcome. Today we're trading off enemy defenders. Let's go. This is a pattern you must know to be a good attacker. So we're going to take a look. Here in the first position, white has a big attack, but the only way to break through the opponent's defense is to trade off their main defenders. So it's very important that we trade off only the defenders of their king, not these other pieces. So identify the defenders and trade them off. In the first position, we have to be very careful about move order. So it's a combination of taking the bishop and taking the knight and using our knight and queen in order to checkmate. But if you do it incorrectly, you may lose your attack. The correct move order here is to first take out the bishop, they have to recapture, and then we take out the knight. And at this point, they can take with a pawn or with a king. If they take with a pawn, it's immediate checkmate after queen h7, so king takes is the only option. And now, the cleanest way to checkmate here is rook f1. Whenever you're in the attack, you want to add attackers constantly. So try to add the pieces that are not in the attack into the attack as much as you can. Any sort of discovered attack doesn't really work out, so rook f1 is the cleanest win, and the game continues. So after king e5, there's queen f4 mate. After king g7, there's queen h7 mate. And the only other option is bishop f5, at which point we have rook takes, pawn has to recapture, queen h6, king e5, and knight f3. And this should be checkmate. So that is how we trade our way through black's defenses. Here's our second example. Again, we have a big attack brewing, a lot of pieces pointing towards the king, but we have to identify the main defenders of the king and split them up from those that are just nearby. So the main defender is this g7 bishop, while the other pieces are simply nearby, but not defending any critical squares. How do we know? Because we are mostly going to attack the dark squares here. So notice which of these pieces are defenders and not depends on what you're attacking. So let's say that you're attacking the g6 pawn and trying to break through this for some reason, even though it's never going to work, then this would be a serious defender of your plan. But considering that our attack is happening on the dark squares, this knight has nothing to do with that because it's simply controlling light squares. So we never want to do something like this because that would take out the monster attacker for this knight, which doesn't really do a whole lot. So the correct sequence here for white is the following. I'm actually going to give you a chance to pause the video here and find it before I spoil the solution. So pause the video before 3, 2, 1, now. After knight takes g7, the game is officially over because king has to take. And after bishop f6, king goes back, queen h6. The dark squares are way too weak. The only defensive attempt here is knight f5, but we can simply remove the defender one last time. And the only way not to get checkmated is to give up the queen, but they still get checkmated regardless. If you're enjoying the video so far and everything is making sense, drop a like down below to let me and the YouTube algorithm know that you enjoy videos like these so you get many more of them and improve your chess faster. Here's how you apply this in a real game. So I was playing white here and I have a big attack, a lot of pieces brewing on the king side and more to come. And my opponent here played bishop g4. And they're attacking my rook. They're trying to remove the knight perhaps because the knight wants to also join the attack. And I thought about this for a second, and I saw the opportunity to continue the attack. Instead of playing like a passive move backwards, always look to either add more pieces and play it off as a sacrifice, or continue to bring the pieces closer. So here, rook g5 is a very good move, the best move by far, exploiting the fact that this knight is pinned and making a new pin on the other bishop. So notice how before this, I did not take this knight, simply because it's not a defender of the king. It's simply pinned, blocking these two defenders from entering the attack. So if I were to take this at any point, they could just go rook takes and add two new defenders into their defense. So I'm staying with the pin here, and after bishop g4, rook g5, they decided to take into me here, and this pin is just devastating. They're losing material and the game very soon. Let's see how the game ended. After queen f6, trying to hold on to some material, I took with the bishop. And after queen takes, rook dg1 is effectively game over because they can't even give up the queen for a rook. They have to lose a full queen because queen takes rook would run into queen g5. Again, this is a pin. King h8 only move and queen g7 mate. So that's why in the game they had to lose the full queen, which is effectively resignation. So they played king h8 and we played for a couple more moves, but this was just forced mate to follow. And the last thing I will leave you with is a short puzzle from the game of the legendary Grandmaster Levon Aronian. So after knight takes b1, rook takes b1, there is a way to completely shatter white's defenses here. So it falls under trading off enemy defenses, but it's a tactical resource. So put your best solution down in the comments, and I'll talk to you very soon. Take it easy.